Think about it. What starts as just a flicker of inspiration can, with the right approach, become something real, something tangible, impactful, maybe even game-changing.
Definitely.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into exactly that, the fascinating world of entrepreneurial ideas.
It's a great topic.
We've got a stack of incredibly insightful sources that, well, they basically lay out a clear path from a nascent thought to a fully realized and, importantly, protected business opportunity.
That protection piece is key.
So our goal today is really to extract those vital nuggets of knowledge, giving you a comprehensive yet, concise understanding of this whole entrepreneurial journey.
Indeed. And our sources, they act like a detailed map, really, guiding us through how ideas are born, how they get nurtured, and crucially, how they're safeguarded. We'll be looking at the practical steps, the considerations you really need to turn a concept into a real-world venture, making sure you're well-equipped for your own pursuits.
Okay, let's unpack this crucial first step then. Our sources make it abundantly clear. The search for correct information is, well, it's one of the most fundamental pillars for any project's success.
Absolutely. Foundational.
It's not just about finding an idea, right?
Yeah.
But making sure it's the right one, backed by solid data.
Exactly.
So what essential questions do our sources say we absolutely must answer before moving forward? And maybe, which one do people most commonly skip?
That's a great point about common oversights. Our sources put tremendous emphasis on a few foundational questions. First, is the market truly suitable for your idea?
Right.
Then what makes your offering genuinely unique? And this is maybe where people stumble. What's the real feasibility of implementation? Like, can you actually do it?
The practical side.
Yeah. And finally, what potential obstacles might you realistically face when entering this market? It's about being, brutally honest up front.
That's tough sometimes.
It is. And what's fascinating here is how much the sources highlight that gathering information personally. It isn't just data collection. It's about active learning, gaining necessary knowledge, truly understanding the field you're entering, recognizing potential difficulties, and even discovering keys to success from the people you meet. It's that qualitative sort of boots-on-the-ground understanding.
That makes a huge difference.
It really does.
Absolutely. Information is the bedrock. But, okay, that begs the question, where do we actually dig for these vital insights? Where do these idea-sparking nuggets hide?
Good question.
Our sources pinpoint 9 powerful avenues. Ranging from traditional institutions to the cutting edge of digital interaction. Where should our listeners even begin?
Well, let's start with something that might seem a bit old school, but our sources insist it's a treasure trove, chambers of commerce.
Really?
Yeah. They're not just for, local business networking. They often provide direct, periodic newsletters and even tools to help establish your project. It's like a direct line to local market intelligence.
That makes sense. Local knowledge is invaluable.
Exactly. Okay, next up. Trade fairs and exhibitions.
The big events.
Yeah, attending these. Great for networking. You can connect with hundreds of people who think like you or are already successful in the field you're looking at. It's like a crash course in your industry's ecosystem.
Get the lay of the land quickly.
Precisely. Third, trade magazines. Each industry usually has its own specialized magazines. And looking at current, even past issues can reveal trends, help you maybe avoid common mistakes, and anticipate future costs.
Before you even start spending money.
Exactly, before you even start.
So we've got the formal channels covered. But what about, the human element, that direct wisdom? Our sources really lean into that, don't they?
They do, and strongly. Fourth is personal interviews with experienced people. Our sources stress there's truly nothing that compares to speaking with people directly connected to your future project. You know that saying, ask an experienced person, not a doctor?
Oh.
It really applies here. And it's vital to target potential customers, even competitors sometimes, for these insights. You'd be surprised what you learn from just talking.
That's a powerful point. I remember one source mentioned an entrepreneur who completely pivoted their idea after just one coffee chat with a veteran.
Absolutely, it happens. Fifth, experts and mentors. Leverage experts in business admin fields, professional associations, university business colleges.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Right. Actively seek out mentors in your project's domain. Their guidance can save you from costly missteps. Sixth, supporting entities.
Government bodies, things like that.
Exactly. In almost every country, there are specialized governmental bodies or agencies dedicated to supporting small businesses, entrepreneurs. They offer consulting, info services, various facilities, often underutilized resources.
Good tip. And then, of course, the digital world. That must be huge.
Oh, absolutely. Seventh, digital libraries. And think beyond just articles. Our sources highlight these for market validation.
How so?
Well, imagine finding a demographic study pinpointing an underserved niche, or a trend showing a sudden surge in demand for something obscure. That's the kind of specific market analysis you can find. Quantify your idea's potential early on.
Wow. Okay.
Eighth, online sources and websites more broadly. The internet itself is just a rich, extensive source. You can find similar projects, ready-made business plans, mini feasibility studies, operational plans, tools, equipment. It's all out there.
If you look hard enough.
If you know where to look, yeah. And finally, ninth, social media.
Obvious, maybe, but important.
Crucial. Major platforms are key for exchanging ideas, marketing. Companies, idea owners use them constantly. Think Facebook, X, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, YouTube.
Even the professional ones like LinkedIn?
Absolutely. LinkedIn, blogs like Blogger, WordPress. Social media gives you that direct pulse on potential customers and trends in real time.
All right, so we've covered where to find those initial sparks, the data to back them up. But what about, cultivating them? How do we take that flicker and really fan it into a flame?
Right.
Our sources propose some fascinating methods. Is it just inspiration, pure research, or like a mix?
It's definitely a blend, I'd say, but with a heavy emphasis on structured effort. Our sources emphasize the best way to get a truly good idea. Collect as many as possible.
Cast a wide net.
Exactly. And to do that effectively, you need proven methods. We'll look at 3 essential approaches. First up, focus groups.
Okay.
This involves a moderator discussing a topic with a small group, maybe 8 to 12 people, diverse backgrounds. The discussion's open, free-flowing, no specific questions usually.
Just let them talk.
Pretty much. The moderator keeps them focused on the problem or topic, and the members stimulate each other, develop new product ideas. One source mentioned a company developing a new women's shoe idea this way. 12 women, varied backgrounds.
And it worked.
Yeah, the results even fed into a successful marketing campaign. It's about leveraging that collective consciousness, spotting needs and desires.
Sounds like a great way to get unfiltered feedback, new perspectives.
Exactly. Okay, second method, brainstorming. Probably the most famous one, right?
Yeah, everyone's heard of it.
Described as the most famous for generating ideas, developing them, solving problems. It quickly produces tons of ideas, solutions, because you have diverse people involved, different specializations, backgrounds.
So the key is diversity.
Big part of it. Participants are encouraged to just freely express any ideas, any proposals on the topic, no matter how wild or, half-baked they seem.
No bad ideas in brainstorming, right?
That's the spirit. The session should be fun, equal footing for everyone. Let people share freely. That freedom helps generate a large volume of ideas, and somewhere in there, a good one's bound to emerge, especially if you focus it on a specific product or problem.
Quantity breeds quality in this case.
Initially, yes. Get those creative juices flowing.
Okay. And speaking of rapid idea generation, what about newer tools? Technology.
Right. That brings us to our third method, artificial intelligence, AI.
Ah, the buzzword, but useful.
Increasingly so, according to our sources, AI is becoming a powerful co-pilot for idea generation. Think about it. AI can analyze huge data sets to spot market gaps or even brainstorm new product combos by sifting through millions of existing concepts.
Things a human might miss.
Exactly. It's like having a hyper-efficient research assistant that never sleeps. AI can generate content, create texts, summarize things, write code, produce images, offer solutions across loads of sectors.
Oh.
And the sources highlight specific accessible tools too, like ChatGPT from OpenAI, Bard from Google, mentioned as famous free AI apps entrepreneurs can use right now to generate creative ideas, explore solutions.
Just prompt it with a problem.
And get dozens of potential angles in seconds, yeah.
Okay, so with those ideas sparkling, refined, what's the next big leap? This is where the abstract, becomes a real opportunity. Our sources lay out 4 essential stages here.
That's right. The first stage is idea generation, or Talid al-Fikra, as some sources put it. This is truly the starting point, the foundation for success. When you land on a specific idea, you have to consider its potential for conversion, its applicability to the real world.
Making sure it's grounded.
Exactly. Good ideas, according to the sources, are realistic, relevant to the environment. Ideally, they originate from you, the entrepreneur, and are developed by you, not just copied.
Right.
And crucially, an idea should offer added value, solve an existing problem for a specific audience.
Okay, so you generate lots of ideas. Then what?
Then the process shifts to what our sources call convergent thinking. You move from that broad generation phase to sharply focusing and selecting. Start with dozens, evaluate systematically, narrow them down to the few truly good ones fitting your criteria.
Filter them out.
Yeah. You can categorize them broadly. Acceptable and applicable, useful but needs more research, good but impractical, and just plain unacceptable.
It sounds like a funnel, wide at the top, then narrower as you refine.
Precisely. Which leads to the second stage. Idea formulation, siagat al-fikra.
Okay.
This means clearly explaining and defining the idea, outlining its parameters, its components. Being able to articulate it clearly lets you share it, helps it mature.
You have to be able to explain it simply.
Yes. The sources give examples, like defining a mobile phone charger as a device through which a mobile phone battery can be charged without needing a power source. Simple, clear. Or an electric car as a car powered by an electric battery, eliminating the need for gasoline.
That level of detail helps.
It does. And when formulating, the sources say ideas must meet 3 criteria. Be realistic, feasible with available capabilities and time, not fantasy.
Right.
Be measurable so you can track progress, spot deviations, and be specific. Without those, it's hard to move forward meaningfully.
Okay, realistic, measurable, specific. Got it. What's next?
Stage 3, idea evaluation, takim al-fikra. And this is critical. Because, as our sources warn, not every idea, no matter how exciting, becomes a successful project or a good investment. Enthusiasm alone can lead to failure if the idea isn't properly evaluated.
Ouch. Hard truth.
It is. So the evaluation needs specific criteria. Our sources highlight 5 measures, similar to frameworks used worldwide, like the one from the Saudi Entrepreneurship Association.
What are they?
Okay, first, the financial criterion. Can you actually afford to turn this idea into a project? Your financial capacity.
Makes sense.
Second, the human criterion. Are the people, the skills, the competencies needed available?
Do you have the team or can you get it?
Exactly. Third, the marketing criterion. Is the idea attractive? Is there actually enough market demand for the product or service?
Will people buy it?
Fundamentally, yes. Fourth, the personal criterion. Your own level of enthusiasm and desire to actually do this project. Are you truly committed?
The passion factor.
It matters. And fifth, the knowledge criterion. Your experience and knowledge in this specific field, do you know what you're getting into?
That's a great framework for self-assessment. Forces you to look beyond the excitement, right, at the practicalities.
Absolutely. And that leads directly into the fourth and final stage, idea selection, ikhtiyar al-fikra.
Okay, the final choice.
This is where you identify the most suitable option from the ideas you've seriously considered. And here, our sources strongly recommend visiting and consulting with experienced people who run similar businesses.
Back to talking to people.
Always back to talking to people. The old wisdom holds. Consult widely, regret rarely. Or, as one source puts it, he who consults does not regret. It's foundational.
Sound advice.
At this point, it's also crucial to organize your chosen idea. Create a timetable. Set clear goals. Outline the procedures, the tasks for each stage, and keep considering feasibility, potential obstacles to market entry. Solidify that path forward.
Okay, brilliant. So you've got the idea, refined it, evaluated it, selected it. But in today's world, there's one more critical step, isn't there? Securing it, protecting it.
Absolutely essential.
Which brings us to intellectual property. Our sources define this as the intangible creations produced by the human mind. Sounds fancy.
It does, but it's very practical. Intellectual property, or IP, covers assets like copyrights, patents, trademarks, trade secrets. We'll look at 4 key types highlighted in our sources.
Okay.
First one, a patent. A patent is basically temporary legal protection for a new, distinctive, accepted, and applicable idea granted to the inventor.
So you own the idea legally.
You own the right to stop others from using the invention without your permission or license for a set time. To register, you'd contact your national or regional patent office, like the Saudi Authority for Intellectual Property or the GCC Patent Office mentioned in the sources.
And what does it take to get one?
Our sources list 4 key criteria. First, the invention must be new, not previously known anywhere.
Truly novel.
Second, it must involve an inventive step, meaning it's not obvious to someone with ordinary skill in that field. It needs to be a real leap, not just a minor tweak. Like, putting wheels on luggage was inventive. Changing the color? Probably not. Okay, a genuine innovation.
Third, it must have industrial or commercial application. You have to be able to make it or use it somehow, convert it into a product or process.
Practical use.
And lastly, it mustn't fall into prohibited fields, like certain medical treatments or illegal things. Examples of patented inventions. Think Apple's mobile device patents, AIDS drugs, plasma screens, car parts, drones, the iPhone. Huge impact.
Incredible how much is protected. Okay, what about branding? Logos, names.
Right, that brings us to the second type, a trademark.
The little TM or R symbol.
Exactly. A trademark is a distinctive sign, could be a word, name, slogan, logo, symbol, design, image, or a mix used by a business to show that goods or services come from them, distinguishing them from others.
Like a brand identity marker.
Precisely. And if it's registered, the owner can sue anyone who uses their mark unlawfully. You can sometimes sue over unregistered marks, but usually only in the specific geographic area you've used it. Registration gives much broader protection.
Got it. What about creative works? Books, music, software.
That falls under the third type, copyright. Okay.
Copyright is a legal right granted by law that gives the original creator exclusive rights to use, publish, and distribute their work for a limited time. Books, audio recordings, films, visual art, computer programs.
So the actual expression of an idea.
Exactly. The key is that the content must be original and creative, not copied. The law ensures others can't imitate or copy it without the owner's permission. It's the legal shield for your creative expressions.
Makes sense. And the last one, trade secrets. Sounds mysterious.
Aha, it kind of is. Fourth type, trade secrets. These are commercially valuable pieces of information that are not public knowledge and are kept confidential through deliberate effort.
So unlike patents, you don't disclose anything.
Correct. The value lies in the secrecy. No public disclosure needed, and protection doesn't expire after a set time as long as it stays secret. The classic example is the Coca-Cola formula, secret for over a century.
Wow. But what's the catch?
The catch is maintaining secrecy is hard. And trade secrets are only protected from theft or improper acquisition, not from someone else independently discovering the same secret or reverse engineering your product.
So if someone figures it out on their own, legally?
They can use it, provided they also keep it secret. If multiple companies discover the same secret independently and all keep it confidential, they can all potentially use it. It's a high-risk, high-reward approach compared to patents.
Fascinating distinction. Okay, so from that initial spark to meticulous protection, we've really journeyed through the critical steps of entrepreneurial thought.
We certainly have.
This deep dive, powered by the incredible insights from these sources, offers a pretty comprehensive toolkit, I think, for anyone looking to innovate.
It does. And this raises, I think, an important final question for you, the listener. As you reflect on this blend of, personal inquiry, structured development methods, rigorous evaluation, and strategic protection, how will you apply these insights? How will you take your next great idea and truly transform it into a lasting opportunity, navigating all these complexities with, hopefully, more clarity and confidence?
Answering that question, well, that's your next deep dive. Until then, keep digging for those insights.